Oh man. Why does it always look like this? Oh. Come back here, door. Maybe I should clean this up. Alright, well, it's clean enough in here to continue what we were doing. Okay, I'll get you up to speed. I've done a couple of things off camera. I found a second grip for the brake lever. I actually put this grip over here because it was a lefty, and this one's a right-handed one. But we have two grips. I kind of had a problem off camera, of course, because nobody was here and I was doing this by myself with this. Oh, come on, oh, there. You can see in there I've got a filter now, and that's new fuel line. I was right when I said that I should have cleaned out the gas tank, which is over here. And so what I've done is I have cleaned it. I like sloshed the gas around and dumped it all out, put fresh gas in it, and now it seems to be okay. And if anything else is there, hopefully this fuel filter will catch the rest of it. So what I need to do, I need to trim this new fuel line and hook it up to the tank and reattach it. But other than that, I went in there and, oh, gosh, did I say anything about this? I kind of figured out how I'm going to hook up the throttle, this little lever. It's hard to tell, but deep inside there, kind of right there, see it in there? I put two springs on it, because it had a little spot for springs. So it has return, and also I cut the kill wire and added a little bit of longer piece so we could run some kind of kill wire at some other time. Okay, so what are we going to do today in this video? I'm thinking what I want to do is try to figure out the controls, and let's get the motor mounted, maybe put the chain on. I got a brand new piece of chain right here. Don't mind the noises. From my Tractor Supply. It's pretty cool. I just got a Tractor Supply near me. The last one was like a long drive away, so it wasn't really worth it. But now I have one in my local town. So we got some 35 chain. We're going to put the motor on, put 4 bolts in instead of 2. I might actually try to find this little EGR tube, but probably not. So we're going to bolt the motor up, and then I got throttle cables, which are over here. And like I said before, these are bike cable sets, and these should have everything I need to make a front throttle cable and the brake lever. So let's let's first I'll put the gas tank on, and then I'm gonna do stuff. Okay, well, I put the tank on, and I immediately had to clamp it back off because I cleaned this carburetor like 3 times. Sorry. This is one of them new, you know, Chinesium. You kind of see this. Oh, I'm good at this. See the funk coming out. I missed it. I wasn't looking at it, but it's still dripping. You know, like I'll let go of this, and we'll see. Maybe. Come on now. I mean, like, please stop, please. But I don't believe it. There it goes, there it goes. So it's coming right out of the top. So, oh, let me kink this off again. Oh, am I doing? Over here. Just. So I'm going to take this apart real quick and just see if it's got dirty. Now I have a filter on there. So if I clean it one more time, maybe, just maybe, everything will be fine. Okay, I got it off. And hopefully this doesn't turn into another debacle video, because every video I make is one of them. So I'm going to pull the bowl off. We'll just see if it's dirty in here again. And if it is, we'll let the filter do its work. But if not, I have a backup plan, which is to... Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. This son of a... What the heck? Look what's going on inside. Hold on. I think I might have to just throw this thing in the garbage. Look inside. Can you see in there? It's like the rubber is all swollen. What the heck? Are you kidding me? So it's like, am I never going to get this to stop? Because it's clean in here. You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Come on, stop, stop. Oh yeah, take my nut. I need that. Let's pull this apart. Can you, I can't see what you're doing. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. Dude, this carburetor. You see, there doesn't appear to be anything on that. See, I noticed that, like, this thing doesn't even fit no more. I actually already boiled it. Off camera, of course. That is frustrating. That thing is already... So this is where this seats. Why did I buy this new carburetor? I should have just cleaned this one and kitted it. What's the thing? Like, once, if I kit this other carburetor, is it just gonna do the same thing? This thing's just gonna expand and... Am I screwed? You know, getting a Predator from Harbor Freight is still not a completely bad option. Like, what's the deal with this thing? Does this emulsion tube come out? Yes, it does. Will you come out now? I'm on the camera. Give me a second. Okay, well, I got it out. And it doesn't look too bad. It does look like it's a little chewed up right there. I mean, I do have other O-rings. I just don't know. I don't know. Is that even a thing you can do? Just put a regular O-ring on it. I have some neoprene O-rings, and I got some regular rubber O-rings. I don't think this is why it's leaking, though. I couldn't really tell you that. It doesn't make any sense to me why they sell you something like this, that you, as soon as you touch gas to it, it just fucking shits the bed, you know? Why? I think what I might do, can I see, will this even go back in there? It's not tapered, you gotta like nail it. That's awesome. Okay, well, I'm gonna clean this. I think what I'm gonna do, let me go, see my face here. What I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean this one more time and put it back together. If it leaks again, I'm just gonna leave it off, and like I have the old carburetor right here. And the only thing that really seemed bad to me is this grommet's hard, this O-ring. I got one here. So maybe I'll just find a kit for this and get a new needle and seat and a new bowl gasket and just clean this and put it back on. I think I might do, I'm pretty sure that's, if I can't get this to work, then that's my only option, really. Because this thing is just, it's like doesn't want to play nice. So I can't even get that back down in there. Like, alright. Give me a second. Okay, see, this is the thing, right? So why else would it overflow? I got that O-ring flipped. There's nothing in the bowl. Like, it's, besides that bad casting, you know, it's completely clean. There's no reason why this shouldn't work. Okay, let me fight this piece of crap back together. We'll try one more time. And then if not, I'm just throwing it in the garbage, get a kit. Okay, it's all back together. Everything should be fine. Otherwise, you will be throwing the garbage if you don't. Here we go. Here we go. Is it going to be fine? Well, I don't know. Maybe there was just like a little tiny piece of fly shit stuck on the needle. Maybe. See, it's dry. Nothing's coming out the front. Oh man, I just had to scare it with the going in the garbage. Works every time. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Oh, watch out. Mini bike stuff. Okay. Yeah, tip it way over. Yeah, I think it may have just been a piece of fly shit stuck on the needle. So, we're going to move on. Alright. I forgot to do this earlier. This is the brake retainer thingy. Okay. I think what I just have to do, to put the fender back on, I have to... I don't know. See, like I don't want to kill the prey and manage babies. I'll just do this later. So, let's start out by get some chain going. I've never used this kind of chain before. I've seen other people on other channels do it, but we'll just see how good of a chain it is. TRP, I have used this chain before. Yeah, I have. See, that's the thing about stuff like this is it's all just repackaged, rebranded. Alright, I'm rambling. I got the clutch back on. I got 4 bolts in, so it has some movement. I'll go back until it hits the carburetor and then put the chain onto that so we can push it that way to tighten it. Let me just measure up a piece here. Okay, yep. This is it's a pretty decent price for these sort of dealios. Hey, let's go. Immediately ruin the chain. So, like I said, this sprocket is bad, but it'll be fine for now. Just go in there. I don't like where that is. I can't see what I'm doing. Put this here. Oh yeah, look at that, perfect. So what we'll do is get a paint pen from over here. It's really cold in here. I hope this thing works. Oh, it works great. So we're going to take this one off. Right there. That one. You see? This one? Alright. That's a pretty long chain for a mini bike. I wonder if I'll need to put a tensioner. Right, come on! Give it to me. I'm fine. Alright, let me okay. Let me take this, I'll bust this off and we'll come back. Okay, that went on really easy. I didn't struggle with that at all. I don't know what the heck kind of oil it is they use on these, but ugh, it's bad. It smells like rotten, yeah, like a dead, like a piece of leather that's been in like a boat in through the winter in Canada or something like that. It smells like the upholstery on like every Ford pickup I've ever been in. Okay. Let's yeah, just put this over here for now in the pile of chains. So next, what we're going to do, we're going to get this out of the, I don't need this anymore. A little portable vise, pretty handy thing. It's like really big vice grips. Get this out of here. Like I said, this is a bike cable kit. Have I said this 10 times enough yet? So this thing, we're going to work on the throttle. Maybe I'll flip this thing around for that. Let's do that. Cut. Got her flipped around. I was messing with these cables. I got this one out. Hold on, yeah. Now, this kit comes with, one kind of heavier dutier one. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. It's kind of a heavier duty cable. And these of course are made for like your derailleurs. And then it's got these ones which are, maybe that's for your, I don't know what it's for. I have no idea. Maybe this one's for your derailleur. This is kind of a lighter duty one. It's a little smaller sheath, but everything seems to work. So I'll use the lighter one on the throttle because it doesn't take as much abuse when I don't have multiple kits, which I do, but I'm just going to try to use one on this. So in this little tray, I have a bunch of these things. These come off of bicycles. They're like little ferrule adjustable. Some of them are pretty beat up. Some are purple. Whoa! So I need 3 of them on this. Two for the brakes and 1 for the throttle. So I think I got these 3 that seem to be okay. Save that purple one for something else. So I'll thread, I mean usually when you're robbing stuff out of a bike, it already has these in it, but I don't know, I take a lot of bikes from like the kids around here that they don't want them anymore and they're going to throw them away. So they just kind of go, hey Wes, you want this bike I'm throwing in the garbage? And I'm like, yes. Okay, let's pan up here what I'm doing. Oh, sorry about that clicky noises. So, just like normal, feeding into here, and this thing got to line it up. A little notchy poo in the cable slips through. And I kind of try to tighten it down all the way. Now this is probably a little bit too long. So first off, we'll just cut the end off here. We'll end up trimming it down anyways. Now that I've cut it off, I'm going to take a zip tie, just kind of get it where I think it's going to live, and I want it to kind of go across here so it doesn't put too much stress on the cable. Alright. Alright, we've got one attached. Now we're just going to pull this whole cable out that I trimmed. Alright, at least most of the way. So then what we'll do is we'll route it Yeah, all the way up. So we're gonna go down here, put another one here. And since this cable's so long, I might just go under like that. So that'll be cool. We'll go like that. Gotta make sure we got plenty of room. So yeah, another thing I do, I'll flip it over to the stretchy, you know, because it stretches it this way. So flip it over this side. And then, actually I don't think we're gonna need to trim this. I was thinking about trimming it a second ago, but I don't know, I don't think we're gonna have to. So we'll just attach this into here. And then we'll zip tie this guy around. You know, wherever it's comfortable, wherever it's not gonna get wrecked. So let's do that and put some zip ties on. This seems pretty good. So we'll feed this back through, maybe. See how well this goes. I haven't messed up the end, so it should go fairly smoothly. There it is. Get this little tug, get it back up into place. There we go. See, this needs a little bit. There we go. The trick is to get this to not pull on the cable. Let's just slide this down because it gives some more slack. You don't want to get these real tight right away because you never know exactly where they need to go. That seems fine. Okay. Let's get you a little closer here. I'll show you how I'm going to attach this. So now there's a few different ways you can do this. There's a little hole here. I mean, the Predator is totally different. It just has its own cool clamp, but this doesn't. So I've been up against this stuff before, like with old Briggs and Strattons and things, that did not really have a good way to attach the cable. So what I've done in the past is in this just different drawer. These are called cable clamps. They sell these at places like Tractor Supply, and I have a place like North 40. Maybe if you're lucky, they're at Home Depot. So what you can do, this is kind of a one-time use thing. This may not be for you if you don't like the idea of making it permanent, but I don't mind because I'll just redo it later. So it has a place for both sides of the cable. And slip that down. And then all you have to do is just crimp that with like a pair of vice grips or something, and it'll hold it in place. And then you do have adjustment up there. You can also use, I have some of these guys. It's like a cable clamp with a Allen screw in it, and you can just stick it over the end, but I don't think there's enough room, so I'm going to use this this method with the cable clamp. And so I've also found that using a side cutter does sometimes work really well. You just don't cut all the way through, but it'll give you a nice clamp. So let's give it a test. Yeah, that's what I kind of was afraid of too. I got some adjustment up here still. And of course you can adjust this, which I might just do that, just give it a little bit more. There, a little bit of tug there, a little adjustment here. Yeah, that's better. There we go, we have a throttle. Pretty simple stuff. Okay, now I'm going to trim all these things off here. Trim them off at an angle so it cuts you. Do all that, trim this guy off. And there we go. So going all the way down. Seems like it's not. No, it is. It is. You think it would go all the way down to here. Okay, yeah. We're going to move on. And hopefully I can get the brake cable figured out too, which might be a little bit more challenging. Okay, and I noticed I had it on the wrong side. I put it back on the right side, which I think is the normal side. I don't know, maybe you're weird, but... So, I've got the other one. Now the bigger cable has this little weird ferrule. Can you see that? So I just cut the end off. Let me plug this in so I can see what I'm doing. The thing turns itself off. Okay, yeah, I cut the end off, the weird end. Put this back in here. And this one, whatever. And so I got it threaded through this guy here. And it's like I said, I got it tightened up all the way. So now, almost identically similarly, we have to somehow connect it to this guy. And this is where that other one goes that I lost already. Can I throw it back in here? Is that the one? Yeah. So I think this should go in here. Now, there's nothing really holding it, but it'll be fine. So let me do some zip tying, just as before. Okay, now this one does seem longer, so I think I want it to be just a couple inches shorter. So a really good way to trim this stuff, you want to give it a little bit of slack. Make a mark, and we'll do like before, we'll pull the cable up out of it. You don't need to go all the way. And then we'll take the cutoff wheel. You recording? Yes. And we will just cut this on my mark here. Danger games. I should have tightened that down a little better. Okay. I like using a cutoff wheel because it doesn't, I mean, you can use the side cutters. I've done it. But it doesn't leave a clean cut like I like. So here's those little cable ends I was talking about earlier. So what we'll do, we'll just slide this over the end. And I'll push. What was that? Did I kick you? Can you see what we're doing? I did kick you. Okay. Let's push our cable back. I've got one on this end too. Push your cable back through. Sometimes it'll snag a little bit on this way. Yeah, see it's snagging. And this is the best way to do it, but it's still not perfect. I don't know, use like a little something to push the metal out of the way. There we go. Put this thing back in its home. And we'll put the little ferrule on. And this way, when it goes through this guy, which does seem a little sloppy, I might vice grip that down. Well, a little too rough there, so we'll just stretch it a little. But it did work how I wanted it to. There we go. Get this thing adjusted. Slip this through. Okay, now I'm going to zip tie it up here first to the swing arm, just to claim its space. I might do two there. There we go. Now again, I'm going to use this cable clamp thing, so I'm going to get you a little closer and you can watch me butcher, just ruin this vintage mini bike. Sorry about the camera work. Okay, there's way too much stuff here. Just need this guy and this guy. So this one had similarly, can't tell, but there's just a little hole right here. So I can't think of a better way to do this than to the way I did with the other one, with these little aluminum cable clamps. Like I said, you can get them at Tractor Supply, and I live in the Pacific Northwest, unfortunately. Ha ha ha, that's a joke. So I also go to North 40. So if you have one of those around, it's any kind of like farm supply. I don't know why cable clamps are more prevalent with farm, but it just seems like they are. And this will wear out. How rude. Okay, my battery died. Like I was saying, let me move this for a second. This will wear out, but I've been kind of fortunate. A friend of mine, you saw I just moved it. A friend of mine, battery died. I was talking and I pulled it down from the shelf. Well, you missed me fidgeting with my junk. He'd given me this aircraft cable stuff. Maybe it's for garage doors or something, but it's like the same thing you'd use. And I've had this roll for a long time. I doubt John's watching, but thanks, John. So sometimes I'll put these clamps up on the throttle end. You know, like you can even get them a twist throttle if you just trim it off and make it kind of shorter. But so if this wears out, this cable breaks, I'll just replace the whole thing with a piece of that. And a lot of my bikes I have now have just this stuff in it. Cable clamps on both ends, and it's fine. So I want to make this a little bit taut. It's fighting me. It doesn't want to play. Nice. So I'll just give her a little crimpy crimp right here where it's at. Like I said, I use these side cutters or a nice big beefy pair of vice grips. Sometimes I've used a hammer if it permits. You know, like if you can, like I say, you're just making the end for the throttle. So what I'll do, I don't know if you can see this, but I'll make a loop like that, hammer it on the vise, you know, like just really give it to her, and then cut it off, maybe the cutoff wheel or whatever, and then this will fit in the twist grip or like the bike grip thing a lot of people use. But there we go. Let's that's the throttle. This one. Ooh, yeah, that's actually not bad. This thing's really sloppy. I'm still trying to find new of this. I did find the complete, this is a 5-inch brake. I found the complete 4.5-inch kit. This is a sprocket and like new old stock drum. But after finding this, I have that old yellow Fox Campus that is my favorite. I don't know, this might turn my new favorite. I don't know, we'll see, depending on how it works. But I want to put this on the Fox Campus because it had it originally, and it has the 4-hole thing. You know, like this will bolt up with one of these because this thing's a 6-hole. I'd have to drill holes. I'd have to hog this out, which I might do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about it. But there we go. I think that's this video. I don't know how long it's going to be. Probably pretty long. Excuse me. I have to edit it tonight and then try to upload it tonight, which I don't know. It might happen. Might not. But yeah. So besides a couple more zip ties over here, a little more fine tuning, adjusting. I don't know why I stood up there. I should just stay down here where you can see me. So yeah, I just need to fine tune this, tighten the chain, I think we might need to put a chain tensioner on this. It's a little, I mean, I haven't tightened it yet, but this thing's got 2 ways to tighten it, which is cool. You can tighten it here and slots. That's is really neat for guys like me who just kind of wing it, you know, wing it and ding it. Oh yeah, see? There we go. But that's a long stretch. But I'm rambling, so alright, here we go. Sorry I didn't make a video last week. There was extenuating circumstances. But here you go. Thanks for watching, guys. Whoa. That's the cops.